the General Assembly continues, some Democratic lawmakers are introducing bills that could increase and even add new taxes on services that you may use quite often. Joel Vasquez is at the state capitol breaking down the legislation for us tonight.
Yeah, if some of these bills were to pass, they would add an additional tax to everyday pleasures for some Virginians on services like Uber Eats and Amazon, as well as impose a new tax on services like dry cleaning, as well as animal care services like dog grooming. However, the political analyst I spoke with tells me that most of these bills won't even make it out of committee. 3 weeks into session, and some Democratic leaders are introducing ambitious bills that would impose taxes on everyday services for some Virginians. House Bill 978, introduced by District 14 Delegate Vivian Watts, imposes a retail sales tax on concerts, gym memberships, counseling, as well as home and auto repairs.
This is the third time that I've introduced this bill.
The bill does not tax essential healthcare services or internet access services. She introduced it following the pandemic, when federal funding was still up in the air.
When I need to make sure that someone takes care of the dog, it's essential at the time for me, but you know what? I can afford to travel. And the fact that I can afford to have someone take care of the dog, it indicates that should be part of making sure that someone who can't even afford to travel isn't the only one paying taxes.
Other bills add an 11% sales tax on all firearms and ammunition. I spoke with UVA Center of Politics Director Larry Sabato, who tells me that if history serves as any guide, most of these bills won't pass.
Most of this will be eliminated by the leadership in the General Assembly or by the governor's office. And Governor Spanberger understands that if the Democratic legislature passes a whole bunch of new taxes and fees, it pretty much eliminates her affordability push.
I reached out to Governor Spanberger's team, and they tell me that they have no comment. Joe Bishop-Henchman with the National Taxpayers Union tells me that while these taxes may seem small, when you add them up, it can be costly, especially when affordability is top of mind for many Virginians.
That would be the hope, I guess, that these are introductions that don't actually progress further, that don't see the light of day. I wouldn't guarantee that. I mean, obviously, you have a new majority in charge in Richmond who wants to enact a whole bunch of stuff and change how the last group was doing things.
Both Sabato and Bishop-Henchman say that if taxpayers have thoughts on these bills, well, they should call up their representative. In Richmond, Joel Vasquez, 12 on your